Tyler from Aspire Sports. Today's video, I'm going to do a mock draft 12-team PPR league. I'm going to have the 9th overall pick. My strategy for this mock draft is going to be draft 3 running backs in the first 3 rounds. So 3 running backs in the first 3 rounds, and then I also want to get my quarterback and tight end by round 5 and 6. So it's going to be an interesting build here. We're going to see if I can build a championship caliber team. So make sure you let me know down in the comments what you think of my team at the end. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the latest content that will help you win your fantasy football leagues. So with that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so as we're getting close to my pick, I just want to say that there's probably going to be some people on auto draft, but that's totally fine because those are going to substitute some of the people in maybe your home leagues that are picking defense a little bit too early or going 2 quarterbacks. So they will simulate those people. Almost on the clock here. We got an auto pick at pick 8. So I'm hoping to get Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones a lot this upcoming season. Some people have some concerns about AJ Dillon. And for me, there's over 400 snaps left behind from Jamal Williams. So I think Aaron Jones is going to be just fine. All right, so I'm going to go with Aaron Jones here. So Aaron Jones at the 9th spot, and I'll go ahead and bring it back up when it's my turn again. All right, now I'm back on the clock. I was hoping Antonio Gibson would get to me. Currently I'm looking at Antonio Gibson, Najee Harris. Honestly, I'm probably going to go Najee Harris just because he's going to play all 3 downs. So that's probably who I'm going to go here. I would really love to go Calvin Ridley. I would love to go Calvin Ridley, but I'm going to go Najee Harris. And just stick with the plan here. The plan is 3 running backs right off the start. So Najee Harris here, and I'll bring it back up when it's my turn again. All right, we're nearly on the clock here. So right now I'm looking at DeAndre Swift. I have him in a bunch of leagues. So I'm probably going to go DeAndre Swift. Possibly, I don't have any shares of David Montgomery, so maybe I'll go David Montgomery. And there's no timetable for Tariq Cohen right now. Doesn't look like he's going to be ready for the start of the season, which is good for David Montgomery. But I'm probably going to go DeAndre Swift, honestly. And the guy in front of me has auto pick, so I'd imagine he's probably going to get auto pick David Montgomery anyways. So that I'm currently looking at DeAndre Swift. So we got David Montgomery, Miles Sanders. All right, so I'm going to go DeAndre Swift, the next highest rated running back for me. All right, and on the way back here, so right now I have my 3 running backs. So I have Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift. So right now what I'm going to try to do here is start attacking the wide receiver position, start building my depth there. And then like in a couple of rounds, go back to the running back position. So right now, who I'm currently looking at is one of these top guys. Obviously, if Amari Cooper is there, which I doubt he's going to be there, go him. But if I can get a guy like DJ Moore, I'd be happy with that. That's probably who I'm looking at. He's currently the highest ranked player on my rankings right now is DJ Moore at the wide receiver position. Well, Amari Cooper is, but I don't think I'm going to get Amari Cooper. If I get Amari Cooper, though, I'll be happy with that. But currently DJ Moore is the highest ranked wide receiver, and he was targeted quite a bit by Sam Darnold. I was thinking Matthew Stafford for some reason, but Sam Darnold over this past preseason game. So I like DJ Moore. If he gets to me, obviously would absolutely love Amari Cooper, but another guy that's right there too is Tyler Lockett. I like both those guys a lot, but I'm probably going to go DJ Moore. So there goes Chris Godwin. Maybe I might get Amari. I don't want to get my hopes up, though. That would be awesome if I could land Amari Cooper here. Oh, baby, and it's my turn. And I landed Amari Cooper. This is exactly who I wanted, so I'm feeling good about this. I get Amari Cooper. I mean, my team is looking pretty nice. I got Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, and Amari Cooper. Maybe Amari Cooper. You could have won somebody else. I mean, DJ Moore's still there. Tyler Lockett's still there. Maybe a guy like T. Higgins, but really Amari Cooper is a borderline wide receiver 1 for me this upcoming season. I currently have him ranked as wide receiver number 13. So I like Amari Cooper a lot heading into the season. Get a top 13 guy at the wide receiver position along with 3 top 15 running backs for me. Love it. All right, so I'll fast forward it until it's my turn again. We'll be back. All right, so we're nearly back at my pick. And right now, so I want to go a wide receiver here, but the wide receivers that I'm currently looking at, I'm not overly crazy about. The guy that I'm kind of looking at right now would be Chase Claypool, but I'm just going to, I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait here and go a tight end along with a quarterback. So right now what I want to do is I'm going to draft Kyler Murray here. This is what, round 5? Yeah. So I'm going to draft Kyler Murray. And then once it comes back to me, I'm going to grab one of these tight ends. Preferably, hopefully TJ Hawkinson is there. So Mark Andrews just goes. So if maybe there's 3 tight ends that are taken here. It's a possibility because we just had this one team. I'm not sure. Let's check this team out. Do they have a tight end? No. Okay, so possibly TJ Hawkinson and Kyle Pitts both go, which would be really disappointing, and I probably should have snagged one of those guys. Especially I should have checked out their team. So they already have Patrick Mahomes. So I probably should have went a tight end, or I should have went a quarterback. No, I should have went a tight end. Yes, I should have went a tight end. Preferably TJ Hawkinson, but we'll see if he can get to me here in the 7th. Looking at the teams now, but so I'm going to try to grab a tight end, and if I can grab one, that's great. So Kyle Pitts right there. I want Kyle Pitts. Maybe he gets to me, and if he does, I'll draft him. But if not, then who I'm looking at currently is Chase Claypool. That's who I would like next. And I'd imagine I get one of these guys. I'm hoping I get Chase or Kyle Pitts. If I don't get either one of them, then who I'm looking at currently would be Jerry Jeudy. I'm looking to get. I'm not. Jamar Chase has been moving down my ranks a little bit. I now have T. Higgins over him. I've had T. Higgins over him for a while now, but Jamar Chase just kind of keeps falling a little bit down my ranks. I'm not overreacting, but it's not good that right now in preseason he's currently not catching the ball. Okay, so I get Kyle Pitts. I'm gonna go ahead and draft Kyle Pitts and start loading up on wide receiver 2s. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to go Kyle Pitts. All right, so currently I have Kyler Murray, Kyle Pitts, Kyler Murray, I could have easily gotten a quarterback late, but I'm going to try this strategy. I wanted to draft a quarterback early as well, go 3 running backs, a quarterback early, lock up the tight end position, and now start drafting wide receivers. And then also mix in a couple running backs here and there. So this is what we're gonna see what I have coming up next pick. I'm gonna look for a wide receiver 2, and we're gonna keep doing that, and possibly a running back. We'll see. We'll see who's left. So check back in a minute. All right, so I'm back on the clock here. And who I currently have, Brandon Cooks, he's at the top here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shot on... I don't want Brandon Cooks because I'm not fully convinced that he's the number 1 in this offense. I believe he's the one, but how good is this offense going to be with Tyrod Taylor? So what I want is a true number 1, and I believe that Marvin Jones is going to be the one for this offense, on an offense that's going to be much better than Houston, and I'm going to take my shot there. So Marvin Jones, my wide receiver 2, he's currently, I believe, the wide receiver 1 for Jacksonville. And I know Laviska Shenault looked good this past weekend, but let's not forget that DJ Chark and Marvin Jones both weren't playing in that game, so sure, he looked good, but let's see how good he looks really when Marvin Jones and DJ Chark are both in the game. So next guy I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at currently Corey Davis. Who I'm looking at. Really, there's 3 guys. I mean, I'll take Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, Corey Davis, even Jarvis Landry. I'm okay with. So right now, who I'm looking at, I said Corey Davis, and you know what? Somebody I am really high on. Who should I go here? This is tough because these guys are all in like the same tier for me with Michael Gallup and Corey Davis. But I do have Michael Gallup higher, so I'll just go Michael Gallup. But I don't think you can go wrong with either or. I know that Corey Davis looked really good, but Elijah Moore is definitely going to get better as the season progresses, and I think that eventually he's going to turn into this team's number one. So I'm going to go Michael Gallup, but really I don't think that you could go wrong with either or. Next, what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to go a running back. We'll see if some of these running backs can get back to me, and I want to take another running back just to have some more running back depth here. So we'll be back. All right, with it being back to me, who I'm definitely looking at right now is a guy in Trey Sermon. So I'm going to 100% go Trey Sermon here. And I might go another running back if he makes it back to me. Michael Carter. Actually, I'm not going to go Michael Carter. I'm going to go Ronald Jones. If he gets back to me. One of these two guys who I'm going to go. I do have Ronald Jones ranked higher than Michael Carter. And I'm a little bit lower on Michael Carter now, but I just think that there's so much potential there for Michael Carter. I think he's a really good football player, and he's going to get better as the season progresses. And he's definitely better, in my opinion, than Ty Johnson and Tevin Coleman. So, but I don't know if he's going to fully take over this backfield and how good is this offense truly going to be. So you have a guy that's probably going to be in a little bit of a committee, and the offense just isn't going to be that good. Where with Ronald Jones, he's going to be in a committee, but he's going to be the early down back. I'm not really worried about Leonard Fournette. I think he's a much better player than Leonard Fournette, and you're going to have Giovanni Bernard be the third down back. So you're going to have Ronald Jones scoring touchdowns. So, and did Ronald Jones get picked? No, he did not. So I'm looking at Ronald Jones. That's the player that I want right now. So hopefully, really, it's all on this guy here because we have auto pick. He's probably going to draft Leonard Fournette. So, all right, and we're going to get him. Beautiful. So we're going to go Ronald Jones, and now I have how many running backs? This is going to be 5 running backs, right? Yeah, so Ronald Jones, my 5th running back here. And then there's other guys, Marquez Callaway. He's probably not going to get back to me, but I'll start looking at some of these wide receivers here. And it's starting to get a little slim, but my boy, I'll come back. We'll talk about it here in a moment. Well, a lot of these people are on auto pick, so I might as well just keep talking through this. But there's Elijah Moore right there. He's definitely a guy that I'm going to be looking at on the way back here. I'm not as big on Darnell Mooney as other people are. So really, I would rather have, me personally, Elijah Moore over Darnell Mooney. I know Darnell Mooney has been looking good and everything, but Elijah Moore he's a superstar in the making. He truly is a superstar in the making. So he's a guy that I'm really looking at. And there goes Darnell Mooney anyways. So I'm really looking at Elijah Moore right now. That's who I want on my team. As my wide receiver, he's going to be what? My wide receiver 4. I have Gallup, Jones, and Cooper. So I don't feel great about my wide receiver 2. Really, I don't feel great about it. Next video, well, not the next video, but my next draft, I'm going to do another draft after this. What I'm going to do in that video is I'm not going to take quarterback and tight end so early. Maybe I might go a tight end early. We'll have to see how it plays out, but I'm going to wait and then just keep drafting wide receivers and running backs in those middle rounds, and then really target my quarterback later and possibly my tight end. We'll see who I can get maybe like the 6th round. So that's what I'm definitely going to do the next video. So I'm almost up here, and then I'll let it fast forward a little bit till my next turn. But the guy that I'm definitely looking at is Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore, 100%. Okay, so I'm going Elijah Moore here. He's my guy, and I'll let it fast forward. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, so it's back to me, and who I'm looking at currently. I saw Mecole Hardman up there. I'm probably going to take Mecole. Yeah, I'm going to go Mecole Hardman. All right, so we got 4 wide receivers, 5 wide receivers now, right? Yeah, 5 wide receivers, 5 running backs. I had my quarterback, tight end. I'm not looking to get a tight end or a quarterback. I wouldn't advise to do that. I would just draft one, especially when you have a top 5 quarterback in Kyler Murray and a top 5 tight end in Kyle Pitts. Like, I wouldn't worry about drafting backups. Like, you'll be able to pick somebody up during when it's their bye week and just plug and play them. Every other week, you're not worrying about matchups with these guys. You're just plugging them in every single week and playing them. I don't care if Kyler Murray is playing the hardest ranked defense at the time, I'm still playing Kyler Murray. I don't care. You still play your studs. So I'm not looking to draft a backup tight end, running back, or backup tight end and quarterback. So that's what I'm currently looking at, and I'll fast forward this. All right, so since I'm almost on the clock here, the guy that I'm definitely looking at is going to be Rondale Moore. With Kyler Murray, I can stack these two guys at least and have Rondale Moore. I think he's going to be the second option in this offense. He's going to be a guy that they're definitely going to want to get the ball. So he's going to be a guy that I'm going to draft here. I was thinking of possibly Nelson Aguilar, but I'm going to go with the stack here because we got a lot of... I just think the ceiling's a little bit higher for... Yeah, I'm going to go Rondale Moore because I just feel they're going to really try to get him involved. Nelson Aguilar just is going to play on a low-volume offense, passing offense. Even with Mac Jones there, I still think that they're going to try to run the ball as much as they can if Mac Jones ends up being the starter, which I was pretty big on Cam, okay? I was pretty big on Cam, and Cam did not look good this past week, and Mac Jones really played well. So I think we're going to see Mac Jones a whole lot sooner than I was anticipating. I thought that Cam would just be fine, but it looks like Mac Jones might start week 1. We'll have to see. So I was thinking about possibly Nelson Aguilar, and if he does get back to me, I will go Nelson Aguilar. But Rondale Moore with Kyler Murray and also this offense that is a high-volume passing offense will try to get the ball to Rondale Moore in a lot of different ways. I just like the potential there with Rondale Moore a little bit more than Nelson Aguilar. Another guy that I was definitely thinking of too is Sterling Shepard. We now have Kenny Galladay's been banged up and probably will be basically for the season. You have Evan Ingram, he's banged up. You have obviously Saquon coming back from injury, so he does look okay. I don't know if he's going to play week 1, but he's definitely trending that way, it seems. He's getting better each and every week. But there's a lot of guys that are hurt. Sterling Shepard could definitely get hurt as well, but he ended up having a solid preseason game with Daniel Jones there. And he's just somebody that Daniel Jones trusts. He likes. And there goes Nelson Aguilar. So I'm going to go Sterling Shepard here. So Sterling Shepard to fill up my last bench spot, and then I'm just going to go ahead and draft my defense and kicker. So one big thing I will say till we get into the next video here. One big thing is draft your defense and your kicker with your last 2 picks. Yeah, just because I'm filling out my bench and maybe I could have gotten like the Steelers defense at a certain point. Don't worry about getting them. Like draft your guys, worry about getting a defense because really your defense isn't going to matter that much. Like it really isn't going to matter that much. Draft your defense and kicker with your last 2 picks. So what did you think of the team? Was it a championship caliber team? Was it a strategy you would implement in your fantasy football drafts? Let me know down in the comments below. Tomorrow's video, I'm going to try a different strategy, so make sure you check that out. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.